All right, yeah. I thought I'd do one of these. Did want to do music, but I think I got back later than I thought. So, but yeah. Anyway, these are always good for a laugh. More dumb, woke. I'm glad that leftist is becoming a thing and not liberal because these people are the furthest from liberal. Like I consider myself liberal, which I think means you can do whatever you want, think whatever you want, as long as you don't actually hurt anybody else, like physically hurt someone, physically rob someone, crack on. But anyway, to me, that's what liberal is. Do what you want. But yeah, um, let's go.
Hello everyone. Welcome to What Even Is This? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's laugh at some batshit crazy people together.
Can you identify as a black person?
No,
Why?
because I'm not black.
I'm not a woman, but I can identify as a woman according to you.
If you transition, maybe.
What defines a transition?
If that's your goal, you know?
If you believe it.
Sure.
If you believe you're black, why aren't you black?
Well, that's just not, that's like genetics. That's like ancestry.
You're also born a man or a woman. It's the same thing. That's also...
To be fair, yeah, she is not the best candidate. Not saying that the argument is good, but she's dumb.
Okay, I'm over it.
So, refugees welcome, the perfect people. Folks, I'm just wondering, you're part of this organisation? You're a part of this organisation, yeah? I'm just wondering, I have a sign-up form. I'm just wondering, would you like to sign up? It's to have unvetted male migrants in your own home. Would you like to sign up? Sir?
I'm not in a position to...
You're not in a position. So who would you suppose would house them then? Would anyone like to house unvetted male migrants in their home? One person? Anyone? I have a sign-up form. They're welcome. I don't have a house. There's a housing crisis. Who would like to house an unvetted male migrant in their home? Anyone? No one. My God. Absolutely no one. Zero. I literally have a sign-up form right here. So where do we house them? Where do we house them? It's a complex issue, just once you understand, but absolutely no one is going to house any of them in their home, unvetted male migrants. I'm just saying, you're a fucking clown. Okay, would you want to house male migrants in your home? Unvetted male migrants? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm just asking a question. I don't have a home. I'm not...
I said in one of the ones we did of this that England is ripe for fascism, but Ireland is way nearer there. Like, Ireland is sick of it. I've seen loads of stuff from Irish channels, and Ireland's sick of it. And let me tell you, as an Englishman, they ain't gonna give that country up easy. Believe that. Believe that.
I welcome refugees. Just where do we put them? That's all. Where do we put them? So, standing here outside the Garden of Remembrance, and not one person I can get to sign up to have unvetted male economic migrants in their home. Not one. Point proven, folks. Thank you. Well, there you go, folks. That's what they're all about, the left. No one can answer the hard to answer questions. So, over and out for now.
Is there any aspect of socialism that actually is good? Or is there any mix of, is it possible that any kind of aspect of socialism is good at all? Like, again, what about Medicaid?
No.
What about?
No, so it's based in collectivism. It's based in the idea that I could take a gun to your head and take money away from others. Socialism is a creed of greed and of envy and of societal malpractice. And it violates every single one of the things that I talked about earlier of basic condition of human rights and private property and free exchange of ideas. And to that extent, socialism has been implemented over 100 times in the last 100 years, neo-Marxist socialist ideas, and the incalculable death toll speaks for itself. You have 100 million people killed in the last 100 years. There's something fundamentally troubling and wrong about that. So when they start to talk about Medicaid, well, you want to talk about one of the most abused social welfare programs in the country? Okay. You want to talk about Social Security, which is bankrupt, stealing all of your earnings every single day, and that we should be able to opt out of before the age of 25, but we're not allowed to because somehow we have to pay into some Social Security fund that we're never going to see. You want to talk about Medicare, which is $120 billion a year in documented waste, fraud, and abuse. So yeah, if that's socialism, then socialism does suck. If you want to talk about socialism being the U.S. Postal Service, which is bankrupt, doesn't get stuff on time, completely and totally inept, and is being outcompeted by FedEx and UPS and DHL every single day with zero government subsidies. You want to talk about, socialism being so good because of the VA? Really? You want to talk about the VA? $150 billion a year. We have vets dying, waiting in line for care. That's government-run health care, isn't it? So, no, you look at government, you see nothing but waste, fraud, abuse, misallocation of tax dollars. I would make an argument. I make this argument. If we abolished every social welfare program and substantially and dramatically lowered taxes, you would see an explosion of private charity and philanthropy that would more effectively and more morally take care of our citizens than all of these government welfare programs combined over the last decade. Combined. And you would see an explosion of people.
When you target someone by...
He was in the last one too. He does make some good points, like about the being done with welfare but lowering taxes would be an incredible change, like for good too, because to be honest, in terms of working class families, is even in this country, you're actually better off to be on the dole, which is welfare over here, than working. Like, if you're on the dole, you'll get your house and that paid for, and then you'll have whatever bit of money they give you. I don't know, 300-400 quid maybe a month. But even that, you're better off doing that than you are working every hour under the sun in this country. It just don't make sense. And that's why there's so many people that would rather do that, because they think, well, what's the point? Why am I getting up every morning when I'm better off not doing that? Right.
Attaching their name to your rape joke, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm not inciting people. You are inciting people.
You're normalising.
Every single person I've spoken to about the things that you have said about me don't understand any of it. And if I just sit there and interrogate the people who are alleging things about me, I can just sit there and explain to them the context, and they go, well, that's not very important, is it?
You're normalising this kind of language.
I'm normalising comedy because at this point comedy is under attack in this country. I'm being investigated for a joke. I can name other comedians who are being investigated for jokes. We have gone down a very dark path. As Orwell says, printed on the front of this building, if liberty is to mean anything at all, it must mean the right to tell people that which they don't want to hear. Do you stand by that or not? This is the BBC. Does the BBC stand by that or not?
Here are some comments from your social media pages.
As a parent, how would you feel knowing that you don't know which teachers have a gun and you've had bad experiences with prior teachers? What if that teacher that absolutely,
So my answer to your question is I feel the same way about the guard in front of my kid's school. I don't really know the guard, but he's gone through training. And I presume that he knows what he's doing. And frankly, I feel the same way about a police officer. I don't need the police officer, but they've gone through training and they were willing to take on that responsibility. And so I would apply the same logic. It's so interesting that you bring that up because it really ties back to why I feel like we need to be careful about how much responsibility we're saddling teachers with teaching our kids values, right? On the one hand, the system is saying, trust our teachers, they know better than you parents. We should be able to teach them what they need to know about sexuality. On the other hand, you guys are admitting that many teachers are not really checked for mental issues. We don't really know what is happening in these classrooms. We don't know about what's not checked.
Do you love black people?
Not like, I don't love any group of people because I don't love white people or black people. There are people that I like and there are people that I don't like.
Do you love black people?
I don't understand I don't love like groups of people that look a certain way, no.
Do you love black people?
I don't love groups of people that look a certain way.
I asked you about black people. Do you love black people?
Like a particular black person or certain types of black people?
Do you love black people?
Sure, I love black people.
Wow.
Hello, baby.
When did Pearl Harbor take place?
Ooh,
hello, baby.
1960s sometime.
I feel like it's somewhere in the 80s.
1914 or something.
1914?
Yeah, it's something with World War I.
World War II. If you switch the 4 and the 1, you're right. It's 1941. Where's Pearl Harbor located?
Is it okay? It's either off the coast of Florida or Hawaii-ish. I'm gonna go with Florida.
Do you know who attacked Pearl Harbor?
I'm not. I'm done.
The attack on Pearl Harbor. When did that?
Right. That's shameful that America, because we know that. Bernard Manning, who's now banned for racism, like, even though people of all races went to his club and he made fun of everybody in there. He even says to an old woman once, "Was it cold when you got out of the ground this morning?" He says that to an old woman, like, who literally looks like she's about to die. But anyway, I forgot my point now. What did she just say?
Okay, it's either off the coast of Florida or Hawaii.
Oh yeah, Pearl Harbor. That's what he says. He says this. He just picks on this Japanese bloke. He basically, who let him in? And he's like, yeah, we ain't forgot Pearl Harbor, you sneaky bastards. And that's over here. Didn't even happen to us. Americans should know.
I go with Florida.
Do you know who attacked Pearl Harbor?
Coming in.
I'm not. I'm done.
The attack on Pearl Harbor. When did that take place?
December 7th, 1941.
There you go. Where is Pearl Harbor located?
Hawaii.
Okay. And who attacked us at Pearl Harbor?
The Japanese.
Why is it important to know about Pearl Harbor and what happened?
It started American involvement in World War II.
To me that although the title of this hearing implies a much needed discussion, we're likely going to be forced to listen to transphobic bigotry.
Unsafe, unfair, and discriminatory practices towards women must stop. Inclusion cannot be prioritized over safety and fairness. And Ranking Member Lee, if my testimony makes me transphobic, then I believe your opening monologue makes you a misogynist. Thank you.
I have, as the saying goes.
Madam Chair, excuse me, I move to have the gentlewoman's words taken down. Madam Chair, she's engaging in personalities.
Can I just ask how it's fair to be called transphobic?
There's a
thing.
I would say men disguising themselves as women are engaging in personalities.
Order.
Hang on.
Okay, I move to withdraw the point of order.
Let's ask you, why don't you like President Trump?
He's a liar.
What did he lie about?
Did you really not know?
I'm asking you, I don't know.
Well, you could Google it.
Google what?
Why don't you try?
So you have no answer?
My answer is, why don't you try?
You're out here protesting, you spent hours out here today sweating, why don't you like President Trump?
Stephen, this is Jesse.
I love Jesse.
I hear from Sam that you won't debate him, that you have cold feet, and that you are a beta male. Beta, if it's true, beta male. And by the way, Sam said he is an alpha male. Alpha male, not a beta male. And that you are afraid to debate him, Stephen. And that your father should stop allowing you to be beta. Debate Sam, Stephen. Don't be afraid. Don't be a beta male. Let me know how it goes.
Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
That's why I do Jesse Lee Peterson things. Because everybody else you kind of watch and they go, yeah, they make good points and that. But no one really makes you laugh. Not like Jesse Lee Peterson. He just, as soon as he comes on, twice, I think there was 2 clips of him in that one there. And he just makes me die. That's why I don't like I do watch these things and you see them, do you know what I mean? It's like a beat down of facts, like bringing up socialism. Like socialism is like, the only people that promote socialism are people that have never lived under it. And there's countless of people that have, and will tell you, you do not want socialism or communism. You want to go for a walk? Yeah. But to be honest, I'm more up for a laugh, and there's none of them make me laugh like Jesse Lee Peterson. He's just so funny. Just so funny. But yeah, anyway. In fact, I'm gonna after to take her out. I think I'm gonna do some Jesse Lee Peterson. But yeah, that's the reactions. Sweet.